Two teams are left in our season preview for the 2024 Major League Baseball season. And the only two teams left are the consensus 1-2 picks in the league. It's the Braves, it's the Dodgers. It's time to break down baseball's biggest behemoths for 2024. At number 2, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers, projected to win the NL West. When you're supposedly going through a year of transition and still manage to win 100 games, you know something about your organization is quite special. And when you can supplement that already potent team with the best player on the planet, you send a message to the rest of the league. You are all in 2024. When the Dodgers signed Ohtani to a 10-year, $700 million contract last December, we understood that they meant business. But then when they added Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Tyler Glasnow, they showed us they meant it. I've documented their incredible offseason before, but you can't overlook just how potent this Dodgers team is going to be in 2024. The top 3 hitters in their lineup, Betts, Ohtani, Freeman. And while that's a whole lot of production right there, the lineup doesn't get any easier. Will Smith, Gavin Lux, Teoscar Hernandez, they can all hurt you in a big way if you aren't careful. Any analysis of the Dodgers has to start with Ohtani. It's not like he's an unknown commodity in the league and he'll only be hitting in 2024, but still, Fangraphs projections mostly have him between 4 and 5 wins above replacement, solely as a DH. I doubt he'll play in the field at all, but he's a good enough baseball player to make the adjustments if he absolutely has to. Even without pitching or fielding, Ohtani provides incredible value to whatever team he's on, and it's no different for the Dodgers. As for the rest of the team, you know what you're going to get from Betts and Freeman. MVP caliber production all season long. Betts and Freeman went 2nd and 3rd respectively in MVP voting in the NL. Though Ohtani arriving in the NL now makes path to MVP significantly harder. With Betts moving to shortstop full-time, it'll be interesting to see how he stays consistent over a long season. He did get drafted as an infielder, but was blocked in Boston by Dustin Pedroia. When he played second base in 2023, he was exactly what you would have expected. Super solid every single game. The Dodger rotation was among the worst in baseball in 2023, and yet they managed to win an even 100 games. How many other clubs can say that? Injuries took their toll on the Dodgers, but they've responded by adding Japan's best pitcher, LA native Tyler Glasnow and all of his untapped potential, and will get Walker Buehler back after missing all of 2023 recovering from Tommy John. They also signed James Paxton on a 1-year deal to go with Bobby Miller and Emmett Sheehan, and it might look top-heavy, but the Dodger rotation will surely be much more effective in 2024 than they were a season ago. I'd say maybe the biggest X factor for the Dodgers, of the guys who were already on the team prior to the offseason, is Gavin Lux. Coming off a torn ACL in 2023, Lux will undoubtedly be rusty. There's no simulation for game speed, even in spring training. But if Lux can be remotely close to the player the Dodgers were so hesitant to involve in any trade talks in the last 5 or 6 seasons, then LA will be maybe even better than we might have expected. Though the NL West as a whole did get stronger, the Dodgers are still the class of the division and should win the West pretty comfortably in 2024. The weight of expectation, not to mention the rest of the league, will be LA's biggest opponents this year. All eyes will be on Ohtani, despite him not being able to pitch until maybe September at the absolute earliest. Dodger fans will be expecting monster years from their prized superstars, and rightly so. You don't go out and make the moves that they did and not expect to win ballgames in bunches. The question is now, can they get the job done when the calendar hits October? At number 1 on our list is the Atlanta Braves, projected to win the NL East. Last, but certainly not least, is the number 1 team in baseball in the regular season in 2023. Like the Dodgers, the same can't be said for their performance in October. They fell miserably flat. Winning 104 games in the regular season was not enough, and they fell well short of their own expectations in October. Still, 2023 was a historic year for the Braves, the story of which can't be told without the long ball. The Braves tied the Major League record, held by the 2019 Twins and the 2019 Astros, for most home runs in a season, and we all know how 2019 was the ultimate home run happy season with juiced balls, so you could make the argument that this Braves team is actually the most potent in history when it comes to hitting the ball out of the ballpark. The Braves also saw superstar outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. win the NL MVP in unanimous fashion, when he posted the first ever 40-homer, 70 stolen base season. Matt Olson also set the franchise records in homers and RBIs in 2023. Austin Riley posted another top 10 finish in MVP voting. Spencer Strider set the Braves franchise record for strikeouts. The entire team was littered with accolades at both the franchise and league-wide level. The Braves bullpen in 2023 was maybe one of the only weak spots, primarily because so many guys missed extended time. Closer Raisel Iglesias didn't look like himself virtually all season. AJ Minter missed a good chunk of time. Tyler Matzek was a non-factor after undergoing Tommy John surgery, and it seemed like the Braves bullpen was reliant on guys who were never going to trot out of the pen and throw triple digits with absolute wipeout stuff. Michael Tonkin tossed 80 innings in mostly long relief for the Braves, and while he performed admirably, his stuff doesn't compare all that favorably to the league's best reliever. But after a record-breaking, barnstorming, thoroughly unbelievable season, the Braves exited the postseason with a whimper. So what did Alex Anthopoulos do when the Phillies dismissed the Braves in 4 games? Well, he went out and strengthened the bullpen, sending a group of young pitchers to the White Sox in exchange for Aaron Bummer. I've talked about Bummer in previous videos, but the profile of his raw stuff from the left side is more than promising. The Braves also added Reynaldo Lopez on a 3-year deal. It looks like he'll be the 5th starter to start opening day, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the season he ended up in the bullpen. He throws gas and strikes guys out in bunches. Triple-digit heat is too good to sit on the bench in October. The Braves also let Eddie Rosario walk in the offseason and ended up shipping Cole Phillips and Jackson Kowar to Seattle for Jared Kelenic. The former first-round pick by the Mets showed signs of having a true breakout year with Seattle in 2023, but after he broke his foot kicking a water cooler, Kelenic didn't have the year that he or the Mariners would have hoped. A change of scenery could do Kelenic wonders, as he'll have the opportunity to hit lower down the lineup and be able to focus on doing his own thing rather than trying to carry an offense. Fangraphs thinks he'll be just below average as far as WRC plus and OPS, but time will tell if Kelenic can just right the ship and live up to that hype. Plus, the Braves also added Adam Duvall at the 11th hour to platoon with Kelenic and hit lefties when Kelenic struggles pretty significantly against southpaws. And then, the crown jewel of the Braves offseason, from the perspective of pure potential, is Chris Sale. The Braves sent Vaughn Grissom to Boston in exchange for Sale and some cash, and with the trade, they get the ability to trot out a really solid rotation top to bottom, assuming they can all stay healthy, and by healthy, I mean around 25 starts each. Sale is a world champion and a fiery competitor, and maybe brings some of that screw you mentality that the Braves haven't really had compared to other teams. You want guys who fit well in the clubhouse. And for as much as Sale is known for his just will to win and be competitive, he's also been known to be a very good teammate. The Braves had what you call a good rotation, but now they have the guys to, on paper, be considered elite. The only difference maker will be health. Charlie Morton is 40 years old, Max Fried is set to become a free agent, and Spencer Strider has been a starter for less than 2 full seasons. Again, the best ability is availability. The Braves were the talk of much of 2023, and with some edits to the roster here and there, it looks like Atlanta is primed for another run at a World Series title. So that's it. All 30 clubs previewed to get you primed for opening day. I probably missed something for basically every single team, but that's where you come in. Let me know what else I should have covered in the comments down below, and if you've made it this far, a like is greatly appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.